With the update this week, I've seen some pretty negative reactions toward limb multipliers, and especially the RNG nature of the game at the moment still, and that's something I plan on covering more directly, but in a video next week. For this video, I want to keep it simple and just focusing on defining the two mechanics here, which are limb multipliers and limb penetration. As with my last video, I don't feel like I defined this well enough. Like the name suggests, these are numbers that are multiplied to the base damage of the gun that you have at the given range. This means that the game changes how much damage a bullet does depending on what part of the body it hits. As you can see by the chart, Battlefield 6 has 5 sectors. We have the head, we have the chest, we have the abdomen, we have the arms, and then we have the legs. So again, what this means is that if I have a gun that's going to do 100 damage in this range and I hit them in the chest, I just do 100 damage. If I hit them in the head, it depends on which multiplier this gun is utilizing. For example, if it's doing 1.4, then you take 100 times 1.4, which gives you 140 damage. So obviously if I hit somebody in the arm here, then it's going to do 84 damage instead of 100. But if we take a gun that does 25 damage to the chest, that means it's going to take 4 bullets to kill the enemy. But if you're only hitting the limbs, such as the arms or the legs, then effectively it's going to be doing 21 damage per shot instead of 25, which means it'll end up being a 5 bullet to kill instead. So I think the simplest way to think about limb multipliers is that they determine how much each body part is worth. Now the interesting thing here comes down to limb penetration, which is when a bullet can pass through a limb and continue into another body part behind it, giving you the higher of the multipliers. What this means is if I shoot from the side of this player and it hits them in the arm and travels all the way through their body, it's not going to add up all of the damage that's done here. It's going to pick whichever one has the highest multiplier. So in this case, what it means is I won't get the lower damage modifier of the arm, I'll get the higher damage modifier of the chest instead. This also means if I have an interesting angle on somebody or if they're actively ADS'd and I shoot through their arm, and it also goes through the head, I'm going to get the headshot multiplier instead of the arm multiplier. So the game ultimately uses the higher applicable multiplier when a limb is in front of another hit location. So the ultimate takeaway here is that limb multipliers determine damage based on location, while limb penetration determines how the game handles overlapping hit locations. So multipliers decide what each body part is worth, while limb penetration helps decide which multiplier actually gets used when a limb is covering another part of the body. Anyway, like I said, I've seen a lot of negative reactions towards limb multipliers since the update, but I'll be covering more about that in a video next week, so be sure to look out for that one. But I'll catch you on the next one. RAMTEID out.